I woke up this morning and what the actual fuck? This week's daily races genuinely cannot get any worse. Like, they're so bad. I was excited maybe we'll have something like the Monza we had, or like the previous week where they were really nice with the GR2 cars. But no, we have Deep Forest Raceway in reverse. Yeah, I'm just gonna start the daily race A and just hope for the best. I mean, this, like, by far, I think it's the most playable race, or like the most enjoyable race. Like, it seems like the developers genuinely ran out of ideas. So we're in the R32 GTR, you know, quite a nice car, but I'm not really a street car kind of guy. I don't drive street cars simply. So as the lights go out, I do get an excellent launch, being a little faster than the driver up ahead. So I'm going to be looking for an overtake on the inside of the driver. However, you can see there's a couple other drivers and it's going to be a little crowded going to turn 1. And I thought I had an easy overtake into turn 1 until I demonstrated a major skill issue. That right there, Lance Stroll will be proud. It's a shame that he's going to drive cars that are designed by Adrian Newey, honestly. So yeah, after overlooking that major skill issue, you can see I've overtaken the driver because he does have a skill issue of his own. And, you know, I'm just, you know, making up the positions here and there. You know, just driving a little faster and picking up the pace, you know, just picking up the shattered glass I left on the floor as I spun and hit the barrier. Not my proudest of moves, but now the issue with these daily races, they put the worst tracks you could possibly ever put. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, all these tracks are great, but yeah, to all the tracks, you have their shortened variants, which are not even that good. And then you have the daily race C, which is an amazing track, but it's in fucking reverse, so it's horrible. So I'm going on ascending an overtake down the, I don't even know, is that Hungary? Yeah, it's a Hungarian driver, you know. Not the cleanest of moves, a bit of contact between me and him, and I do go off the track, gaining myself a 1 second penalty. Which, to be fair, yeah, I did go off the track, but, I mean, can't complain. All 4 wheels were off the track and I was on the inside, so basically it's a penalty. There is no avoiding to that. The good news is, the 2 driver up ahead have a penalty, and seems like one of them has more of a penalty than I do. A 2 second penalty to be exact, and yeah, that's an easy overtake. And if I look just forward, I can see the orange car. I think that's a 1.5, or yeah, it is a 1.5 penalty. So hypothetically, if I keep up with them, I should overtake them. But that's only if I keep up. And I'm not a street car kind of guy. I've said that before. And yeah, the R34 is very easy to spin. Especially when there's a couple other drivers that are basically, you know, doing whatever he is doing and sending overtakes left, right, and center, making it very difficult for you to, like, have your own lane without any sort of contact. And since I practically have zero practice, I am gonna have skill issues of my own, and everyone's gonna have skill issues. I mean, this race like literally popped out like less than an hour ago, so yeah, nobody has any practice. And that's why pretty much everyone, including me, are showing skill issues, yeah, major skill issues. And I would make another video where I go deeper into the races, but 1, they're horrible. 2, unfortunately, I will be moving out and I'll be basically stranded in Egypt until I sort out a rental apartment or something like that. So yeah, basically yesterday evening and today morning, I had to basically cram in like 4 or 6 videos so that I won't have any issues with my upload schedule and I can keep it consistent. So yeah, fortunately for you, you could still expect the 2 weekly videos. So enough girgir, you can see me trying to overtake the driver behind, and yeah, I do demonstrate a major skill issue. So yeah, he's gonna give me a little push, a little touch, and you can see we're going side by side into the corner, me and Bob. You don't get to race many Bobs around Gran Turismo because they usually find them around construction sites, being engineers or something. So yeah, I'm chasing down the GTR up ahead, the grey GTR, but it seems like he's in the he's in the auto drive, so it will be an easy overtake. And yeah, I go on to demonstrate skill issue. Once again, good style points, horrible racing. And to be fair, the GTR was a car pretty much designed for Japanese car culture back in the 90s, which was basically all about drifting. So yeah, it's very, very, very easy to drift this car. However, it's hard to keep it going in a straight line without causing any sort of drifts. And I find myself having to induce understeer on this car quite a lot, which is a little out of my comfort zone because I usually have to do the opposite where I induce oversteer, because yeah, I do like more oversteer cars. But this, it's very twitchy and it's, you know, a bit more than I like. As I give Bob a little pat on the back, you know, I give him a little push, which he was going slow, so he does deserve it. I make the overtake as we both push each other off the track in a sort of way, and we basically both have to serve penalties as Bob goes on to demonstrate a skill issue. I don't have to worry about him. I basically have to worry about Marilyn, or the Slovak, I have no idea what country is this. Siberian driver, yes. But he does pull ahead as a result of the exit of the corner, and you can see I'm just not good with this car at all. I'm not a street car guy. Like, every single street car I have is tuned with a suspension to my likings, because I don't know, I'm just not good with street cars. Not my piece of cake. So, you know, going into daily race B, we have GR4 cars on Brands Hatch, which would be an amazing race if we had the full variant, but we're doing half course or short course, which basically you finish a lap before you blink, and it just feels much more repetitive instead of, you know, being fun. And realistically speaking, there's only like basically 2 overtake zones. So in terms of overtakes, you can only send a dive down this hairpin, or you can send a dive down the other corner. Aside from that, it's basically impossible to send an overtake without it going very, very, very south. And to be fair, on this corner, it's also hard to send an overtake. It's not that easy. Because knowing how stubborn drivers are, yeah, you will clash helmets together. You will basically bang each other wheel to wheel on and off the track. And here is a potential overtaking spot only if you didn't have to worry about this corner, which it's quite complicated to do, as you have to worry about understeer, oversteer, and, you know, going off the hill, weight transfer, this and that. So yeah, not a good place to overtake someone. And if you have balls big enough to send it down turn 1, I'd like to see that. And yeah, again, this race very repetitive. From here on, it was a cat and mouse chase. And as you can see, the gap is still the same. The Italian driver did pull ahead slightly because I did demonstrate a skill issue. And what happens is he does pull into the pits. And I'm like, why does he put in the pits? And here's the thing. Daily XP usually never has a required pit stop. But I found out too late that it does have a required pit stop. So basically, I'm contemplating life decisions. I'm like, just why did Polyphony and Digital add this? Like, not a single race out of these is good. All of them are very, very half-assed. Like, they don't feel... They're just... I don't know. It's just... Yeah, they're bad. They're horrible. So yeah, I go on to finish the race just to find a 1-minute penalty for not serving my pit stops, sending me back all the way to 12th. At least I got a clean race out of it. And now into daily race C. Oh my lord. It would be such an amazing race just if they stuck to it traditionally. Why is it in reverse? Just why? Who decided this? I know what happened. They decided, you know, let's put Deep Forest Raceway, and someone accidentally put the reverse variant. I know this is an accident. There's no way. So going into turn 1, you can see it's blind. And the thing is, every single corner is blind. As I send an overtake, you can see, 5 cars into one corner, and I make the overtake, and I stick out on top as 1-2 cars spin. Yeah, it's mayhem. And that just begs the question, why? Why didn't they just give us the normal traditional race? Why did they put it in reverse? Like, every single corner is so awkward. Even a straight line, you go into the tunnel, it's blind, there's a wall, and a lot of people hit it because you cannot see shit as soon as you enter the tunnel. And genuinely, literally every single corner is 1, ridiculously awkward to take, and 2, literally blind. You cannot see shit. It's a horrible combination of the track. Why don't we just drive it the opposite way around, like it's originally intended to be driven? Like, genuinely, Polyphony, what is this? Like, I'm pretty sure the folks back at Polyphony Digital, they had the board. So what races do we put? Out of all the tracks, we could have seen Le Mans, we could have seen Monza again. And I don't say Deep Forest Raceway isn't a good track. Again, it's a brilliant track. Just why are we doing it in reverse? Why? Out of all the tracks, they give us 3 horrible races. 3 horrible tracks. Out of all the possible combos. 3 horrible, and I mean horrible combos. So yeah, I thought I could get away with the lead, but that was not the case. I mean, my pace was not fast. You can see the German driver behind, he's 3 seconds a lap faster than me, and as we all know, you don't want to mess with the German driver. So yeah, I'm trying to defend my position, thinking of what I could do, and then I forgot that every single corner is fucking blind, and I smashed into the wall because there's nothing we can do. Like, there was nothing we can do. You have to lift going into the blind corner. Sometimes you have to brake, depending on how fast you are. And with a track that every single corner is blind, yeah, expect a lot of crashes. As me and the German driver are clearly enjoying each other's company, being literally inside one another. Okay, that feels wrong. But like, yeah, he does brake because he does not want to stay inside me. Okay, no. Yeah, I think it's best I shut up. Anyway, going into this corner, you can see he does send an overtake, and I did try to go for the switch, but yeah, I do make a, rookie mistake, too much throttle. And that just proves how awkward the track is. It's really awkward. Even going through here, you can see it's super, super awkward. Going into this corner, it's basically blind, and I'm too late on the brakes, smash into Supra. And yeah, I smashed, the worst thing that could happen to a driver has happened to me. And it's gonna get even worse, because you can see I get, rookie mistake, a bit of oversteer. The Genesis clips me and has no remorse, no regards for whatever, anything. He doesn't even try to brake. He just saw me with a little bit of oversteer, doesn't decide to back out of it, and basically clips my rear end, sending me straight into the wall. which makes my race even worse than it should have been. And again, like, I don't blame him, because here's the thing. All the corners are blind. Like, by the time he saw me, it was probably too late to react, because guess what? It's a blind corner. All of them are. This race is unraceable. It's undrivable. Like, who decided on this? They should remove this track variant completely from the game. It's undrivable. It's only made to torture people. And now you can see me and Denismo having a bit of a nice battle. You can see he's, I did squish him into the wall, which led him to backing out of it, which was my intended goal. You know, a bit dirty, a bit sketchy, but I don't really care after what happened to me. I might as well do that, you know. And yeah, going into this corner, the first corner, I brake nicely, and you can see is that Porsche? I don't know what car is that, but yeah, he went completely off the track, completely missing his braking point, which very easy to do on this track. I'll be fair with you. Every single corner requires so much precision and is very, very awkward. As you can see, a couple of cars did go off in the back of the screen. I mean, yeah, the back of the camera. It's not. Is it? I don't know. But yeah, the GTR goes for a mental move down the inside, which I just go for a switch over. You know, a bit of contact, but nothing too major. It's a little soft tap on the bumper. Don't worry about it, mate. We go on with life, you know, until I make this. And yeah, it's a very awkward corner, to be fair. And yeah, I do make the same mistake into the next corner. And this track is hard enough in its normal intended orientation or direction. And it's even hard, it's ridiculously harder in the reverse. And I just want to know, in the original orientation, it's hard, but it's very rewarding. This, like, it's BS, it's genuine BS. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, the only reason it exists is basically because it's a mistake. I'm telling you, like, it was a mistake with the developers. So I pull into the pits, you know, get the mandatory tire change, and yeah, from here on, I'll be fair, nothing much happened. I went out last and I overtook a couple of cars going into the pits. They were going, out of the pits. I was going out of the pits dead last, but a couple of other cars were coming into the pits, serving their mandatory pit stop, which led to me doing a couple of overtakes. And yeah, overall, like, finishing in, I think, P9, yeah. As it stands, I'm on P10, but as you can see across the line, there's a driver with a 1-minute penalty for not serving the pit stop, which gives me P9.